Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is a scene for do it for me.
The Sept of the Howling Winds, a werewolf apocalypse San Diego, California venue.
Jesse, you know what? Just go. Just do it. Jesus, take the wheel.
Ellen, you are joined today by a Jesse Steele and a Kate, soon to be Kate Steele. Kate gathered up a couple of her friends, and they all planned Nick's bachelor party, and then they went shopping for it and the wedding. So Kate actually has two very nice looking bags and a soft guitar case that is strapped to her back. And she jingles the keys in the lock of the door as per usual.
Jesse's basically kind of moving between, he's drinking a rum and coke. And he's moving between just getting his mom's, like the guest room that his mother will be staying in ready. Kind of getting just a couple of the reception stuff for the wedding ready. Like little favors and stuff like that. And just kind of going around and doing stuff. He'll smile at Kate when she comes in. Give her a big, wide smile. Hey!
She smiles back at him. Hey, I've been pretty busy lately, and we haven't really gotten a chance to touch. I believe they call it touching base. I don't know why they call it that, but.
I was shrugging to say it's true, but I know you're always there.
She blushes. I went shopping for dresses today.
Did you know?
She nods.
Do I get to see them, or?
She looks over to see that, to make sure that Nick's asleep in bed, and then she'll nod to Jesse. She walks over and she very gently unslings the guitar and sets it down like it's precious. I also, since we were in town, took the opportunity to pick up a guitar.
Oh, what's that for?
She blushes. It's my own way of continuing to honor Lefty.
I'll smile.
She chews her bottom lip and unzips the soft case, which he can see has actually some very basic sheet music on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And she opens it, and there's a tuner and a couple different kinds of picks and an extra set of strings. And he sees this very nice, smooth, black electric acoustic.
He'll smile at it. His is very similar. And he'll say, that's nice. May I?
He cradles it and then looks at Jesse and looks at it, and she hands it to him like it's sacred.
He'll take it with great care. The man's been playing guitar for a very long time. And he'll smile. And he'll kind of look it over, just kind of pass his hand over it. He'll give it a strum.
It sounds actually really nice. It's one of those that can be played at either as an acoustic or as an electric. It was tuned well in the shop before she took it home, and she was very, very careful with it, so it will be in very wonderful shape and tune. It is brand new.
Have you played it yet?
She shakes her head. I don't know how.
Do you mind if I give her a go?
She nods.
He'll sit down on the armchair, and he'll play a couple of chords to like just get a feel for it, and then he'll think for a moment, and he'll strum the strings, and he'll sing see the stone set in your eyes, see the thorn twist in your side, I wait for you, sleight of hand and twist of fate, on a bed of nails she makes me wait, and I wait without you, with or without you, with or without you. And he'll basically smile softly.
She smiles back.
Seemed as though when he sang that, there was something very personal about that. Like he was thinking of someone.
She will recognize that in him, but she won't push it.
And he'll smile and hand it back to her.
She takes it back and zips it up very delicately. And she sets it to the side, and she's got 2 bags. Actually, a couple, I think, because of the way that the dresses work, she had to pick up some underwear and stuff to go with it. But so she sets like all of the undergarments aside, and she picks up one bag, and it's like kind of shiny and plasticky looking.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes this dress out and unfolds it, and it's the bachelor party dress, so it's got this really nice, fine, like claret wine colored netting over this like really deep, low cut V-neck, but like the hem is very nice. It's very flowy and feminine, and it's like a very nice, deep purpley red.
He'll raise his brow. Well, my.
The lady in the store said that it fit well, and for some reason, I think I like the color red.
Red is the color of the East. The color of the sunrise and a new dawn.
She nods, and she gently folds it and puts it away. Then she takes out like this really, like, it's a nicer looking bag. It looks like it was definitely from a formal wear shop.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes out this, I mean, you've seen the picture, but for our viewers at home, it is a off-the-shoulder, like, deep, vibrant red satin, floor-length, kind of flowy, form-fitting, formal gown.
His jaw will drop.
I knew I needed a nice dress to give you away in. So.
His tears spring into his eyes.
She falls quiet and sort of chews her lower lip a little bit.
His hand will reach out, and he'll like gently kind of touch her hair. And then like his thumb will reach down and stroke her cheek in a very fatherly gesture.
Hashtag no menace, guys. Hashtag no menace.
No incest. Thank you.
Yes, no incest, that too, because medicine is probably more important than incest. The fuck? Alright, moving on.
Yeah, he'll smile at her so softly, and he'll just shake his head.
She looks at him, and her eyebrows raise, just both of them. Is there something wrong? Is it not? I mean, if you don't like it, I don't.
No. It's perfect. I just, you're gonna look so beautiful. And when I think of, even from the first day I met you, the woman you've become, it's just, I'm always so proud of you.
She offers him this shy little smile. I don't really know that I've done a lot to be proud of, but I'm very glad that I've made you proud. Pride is, well, your pride in me is one of those things I didn't, one of those things I didn't know I wanted or needed.
A tear dripping from his eye. I want you to know that I always remember. He'll take her hand. Before Nick, before Sierra and Kyle, Dazzles, before anybody else in this set, there was you. You were the first stone on the path to my life here. And we've walked with each other down this path together, and we have made a family. Where we were both alone, Coyote brought us back together, and now look at us. Bound by blood, bound by the soul, bound by our shared hurts and joy. And I never forget that you were before Nick, that you were before Dazzles or my pack or anyone. It was you, Kate. And I'll smile at her.
She's sort of like, she brushes her hair behind her ear, but like on half of her face, but the other half just sort of like falls over in front of her face, and she's almost like halfway hiding, very, very shyly. Before anyone else, Jesse, there was you. You took the steps to make this happen. Yes, I took steps, everyone took steps, but it was you that led yourself here. You and Coyote.
I'll smile and nod.
I'm just grateful that I get a part in it. I'm grateful to be a part of anything, really.
I told you that in you, and in being here for you and your papa, that I found my father in you again. That's why I'm honored to have you walk me down the aisle tomorrow.
She sort of just swallows, almost dryly. I almost don't know what to say. And then she looks up at him in this moment of just clarity. She gives him one of those looks, and she says, "Thank you for taking a chance on me, on a wolf that was hiding in the shadows. You gave me a chance to have something different. You took a chance on me when you didn't have to. And you have changed my life, Papa."
He'll smile and look down and then look back up at her.
If I hadn't have had you, I don't know how I ever would have been able to get past his death. Or all of the obstacles, or all of the fear, the doubts. By believing in me, you made me strong. She falls silent, gently wiping away a very slow-moving tear on the right side of her face.
He'll carefully, because he knows her aversions, wrap his arm around her shoulder and kind of rest her head under his chin.
She very, very quickly just lets him just like hold her there, and she just lets her forehead rest on him in just this moment where she feels like she's there for you and you're there for her, and there's just this bond.
Do you want to know something?
There's a lot of things I'd like to know.
I can feel them here. Our fathers. He'll nod. He'll take a deep breath, hold her close. I don't know why. I don't know why I can feel them here.
Because there are ancestors. They're always here. Whether you feel them or not, whether they're only here in the choices that they've helped you make, or that their lives have inspired you to do, they're always here.
He'll close his eyes and he'll say, I can feel your father's laughter. The way that you could still hear it in your ears, even after his mouth had closed. The way his energy lit a room up. I can feel my father's warmth, his unfaltering patience, the abundance of love he always had to give. He'll breathe it in for a moment, just at such peace for a moment, holding Kate in his arms. I don't know if you can feel it too, but I feel as if I reached up my hand right now, I would touch them.
She lets the quiet sort of elongate for a moment, just giving Jesse this moment of peace. And she looks back up at him when he loosens his grasp, and she smiles at him, and she says, "I don't know them, but I can tell you what I do know. I know that right over there, she points to the table. We laughed, and I can still hear that laughter. I know that right here, we cried, and I can still feel those tears. I know that you have helped me, and you and Nick have helped me, and each other. That's what I know, that my father's laughter rings even now.
He'll press his forehead to hers gently. And he doesn't say anything in a moment. He just kind of rests for a second with her.
She doesn't have any more words left, at least not at the moment. She's
Yeah, it's
so,
just
she'll find words eventually. But for the moment, she just lets him hold her, and she allows herself to be fully present in this moment between father and daughter.
he'll take her hand and he'll gently place it on his chest over his heart. And he'll tap his finger in time with it on the back of her hand. And he's like, "You feel that?"
She nods and smiles.
The heart, it beats in two rhythms. Nick, you will always be the second. You too are the beat of my heart.
She smiles at him and wraps her arms around him, carefully setting aside the satin dress and having been very careful not to cry on it because she was told not to get it wet or anything. So she was very, very careful around it, but she was so very into this moment with him.
And he'll hold her for a moment, just kind of letting things settle, basically. And he'll, once things have kind of, once the mood has shifted from being quite so poignant and significant, he'll pull back and kind of shake it off and rub his face and smile at her. Are you excited about Grandma tomorrow?
She goes a little stiff. She kind of looks at him, and then she like looks down at her hands and starts fiddling with like her fingernails. I don't know how I'm supposed to act around her.
Don't. If there's anything about my mama, about your grandmother, it's that she loves sincerity. And she is going to love you. She already loves you. I've told her so much about you. Oh my God. Just let her love you, Kate. That's all you gotta do. Just like you do with me and Nick. I know it's awkward meeting family and doing all this. I've been having to do that with Nick's mama and his sisters and this family we're building together. And every time I'm around Nick's mama, she always makes sure I got something to eat or I'm I'm hydrated or everything's okay for me, or she'll cut me a little piece of cake and put it under my nose and
She smiles.
she'll tell me I'm looking pale. Looking tired today, Jesse.
I'm going to have the hairdresser and everything visit the hotel in the morning of the wedding so that Nick doesn't have to worry.
You're gonna do wonderful, and it's gonna be wonderful.
Do you want to know what we have planned?
That's right. Sure.
Well, Annika helped a lot. Out of all of us, you knew Nick best. We're taking him to, or picking him up in a limo with champagne, and we're going to it's called a dinner theater with a buffet catered.
Oh my!
And then we're taking him to the hotel where we are to get drunk. She's listing these things off, like this is the plan here, and then this is the plan here, and then
and then I bail you out of jail. Okay, got it.
And at the hotel where we have some actors / models that are going to be modeling suits for him. I figured it was, we knew he didn't like strippers, so she just looks very bashful and she's kind of blushy.
He'll smile. It sounds amazing.
It's going to be myself and Annika and Desiree, as well as Gabby and her girlfriend, and obviously Nick.
Obviously Nick, yes. I was going to say, you leave the groom out of the equation. I have no idea what my two planned for me, but I'm positive it is going to involve a lot of alcohol and a lot of men waving tarts.
We have plans to get the alcohol this week.
He'll laugh. To be honest, I'm perfectly happy just spending time with my friends.
That does involve alcohol, though, correct? I mean, everything that the Google website says about bachelor parties, there tends to be women and, well,
I'm gay, baby. Not gonna do me much good.
I think I need to be more selective about what I believe off of the Google website.
You're not. Also, never search blue waffle or lemon party. Which I know you probably won't do the minute you walk away, but
all knowledge is worth having, correct?
Have fun.
She frowns at him like, what are you up to?
He'll just shrug. It's your life choices. You're the one who has to live with that mental image. That or degloving. I'll nod. None of those.
Ahead, I'm not. I don't know that I will remember all of those terms, so I don't think you have much to worry about. Assuming that you were worried, she frowns, kind of confused.
Let's talk about what a horn job is. Let's not, actually. Did you know that I have a tattoo of a little rainbow cloud lightning bolt on my hip?
She frowns. I did not.
He's wearing sweatpants, and he'll drop them low enough. It doesn't show anything, but he'll drop them low enough on her hip, on his hip, that she can see like kind of on the side of his hip. Indeed, he does have Rainbow Dash's cutie mark as a tattoo on his hip. It looks like a little cloud with a rainbow lightning bolt coming from it.
I've seen other people with markings upon their skin like this. I'm not quite sure why you would choose to do something like that.
Well, this one was for my niece.
If
She likes Rainbow Dash, but
if it was for your niece, wouldn't she have it?
she's only like 8 now. She's too young for a tattoo. I'll shake his head. You have to be 16 to legally get one. He'll like point at his bicep because he's like, he'll point at the coyote, the geometrical coyote on his bicep. And he'll extend his other forearm to her, his right arm. And it has the script written up it in a very artful script. It says, "You handle your own when you become a man. You become a man when you handle your own." He'll lift his shirt, and on his back, like kind of, not like on his lower back, but to the right, he has a negative space tattoo of Kokopelli that's like pointillism. And then he'll point to his ribs where he has another tattoo. And he'll like lean in, he'll like move in so she can see that one.
She examines all of the tattoos that he's showing her, and she just shakes her head. I still don't understand. Why?
The one on his ribs is lyrics, like it's words that say, "Sometimes the only payoff for having any faith is when it's tested again and again every day." And he'll just smile. And he'll say, "It's just works of art. Just things that I've wanted to carry around with me, mark my body with, words that I wanted to put on it that represented me." For this one, it was my niece. I wanted to show her. It was hidden. Nobody would really see it. And if they did see it, they'd probably know me well enough to know why I would get a tattoo for my niece. It was a cute little design. I can always cover it up later if it really comes down to it, to be honest. He'll touch the one on his back. This one is in honor of Kokopelli, an aspect of Coyote, the one that I tend to honor the most. He'll hold his arm out, and I'll say, "This one's lyrics from a song by Yellow Wolf called Till It's Done." I just liked the song. He'll shrug, and I liked what it said. The coyote, obviously. I mean, the coyote. And this, he'll kind of point at the one that I read. It's from the song Immortals by the Fall Out Boys. And I like the lyrics. I'm going to be getting another tattoo.
It's like a map. It's like a map of things that mean something to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting 3 tattoos. I have 3 upcoming. And I'm getting a tattoo of some lyrics from a song. I'm gonna put it. He'll kind of point more towards like his side, like the side of his stomach on like his right side.
Okay.
And he'll say, "I'm getting the words. Hold on, I need to find the fucking lyrics that he's getting because it's not in English. Part of it. He'll He'll say, "I'm getting," right here. He'll kind of point at a point, and he'll say, I'm getting the words, once my computer says stop lagging and let me scroll down. Be really cool. He'll say, he says, I'm getting the words, Awe Awe, we are explorers reading every sign. We tell the stories of our elders in a never-ending chain. Awe Awe, Te Whanau Tomeli, no ko halakali. Which translate from Samoan to, oh, oh, this beautiful land, this place I was looking for.
Those are lyrics.
Yeah, it's from song Moana. The one I like so much. And then I'm getting a tattoo of a wolf paw on my calf here. He'll kind of tap there. It's gonna be in like Nordic inspired glyphing. That's for Nick. And then I'm getting a phoenix feather. And he'll kind of point to his shoulder.
And she just nods and she seems very captivated by like why you would want to put things on your body and like where you're choosing to, and she's just studying this.
Do you want to know why I'm getting a phoenix feather right here? He'll kind of point to like where his collarbone is.
Phoenix is one of those firebirds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it our pack?
The phoenix is... He'll think for a moment, purse his lips. A creature of great wisdom and beauty, who rises from the ashes when it dies, always renewing itself, always bettering itself every day. Its words are those of wisdom. It is a symbol of love, beauty, and purity. It's to remind me of you.
She does blush then. I don't know what to say.
Well, sure. You don't really need to say anything. It's just my little piece of you on my skin, so I can remember. That sounds creepy as hell. I know it does. Hold on.
She nods. I would like a moment or some time if you and Nick have it. I know that things are going to be very hectic for you, but I have a gift I'd like to give both of you.
Is it something that you could do now, or do you want to wait?
She shakes her head. No, we have to wait.
Okay. Hold on. Sure. I've been meaning to talk to you about something, by the way. It's kind of a we need to put a pin in the conversation and take a side note.
But conversations aren't like paper. You can't put pins in.
Do you know how to speak metaphorically?
I'm certain I know how. I don't think I do very often.
Hell not. Okay. You know I love you very much. And you know I respect you very much, right?
She nods a little cautiously.
I have
where this is going.
I have something going on in my life. that is not bad or not anything like that, but that I'm not really able to discuss right now or to disclose the details of it. I don't ever want you to feel like I would ever lie to you or that I would ever keep you in the dark about anything. I never would. But I need you to understand and respect that right now there's something going on in my life, very, very deep, very personal, and something that might upset you or might just be kind of too much for you to process right now. And it's just not the right time or place to talk about it and to unpack it and to go into it. But I want you to know that my decision to address this at a later time or to put it aside for right now has nothing to do with wanting to share my life with you or caring about you or a disrespect for your ability to handle things. And I don't want you to ever feel like you've been lied to or I'm keeping secrets from you or anything like that. There is something going on in my life right now that I don't feel I can share with people yet. And that I don't feel it's just a very delicate situation. And it's one that I have to handle with care and patience, and you know me. Nobody would say that's my forte. She can talk, by the way.
Yeah. She's sitting, and as he's speaking, she just sort of frowns a little bit. She just gets this look of concern on her face. Jesse, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to talk to me right now, and that's fine. But tell me you're talking to somebody.
Oh, very much so. And it's a situation that's well under control. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing going on.
If there's nothing wrong, then why is it such a big deal?
He'll chew his lip for a moment. Because it's very new to me. It's not the way I'm used to handling things. And out of game, I have a way to do this, actually. I know how to do this. It's going off a little bit of what we prescribed would happen beforehand, but I actually know how to do this, okay? He'll think a moment.
All right.
And he'll look down, and he's really deep in thought, and he'll look back up. I have been raised with very specific views on what a marriage is. Okay? That does not include the sort of relationship that Nick and I have to have with Alyssa so that we could bring our child into the world. You know? I didn't see myself.
Who's Alyssa?
He'll blink and he'll shake his head and say, I'm sorry, Dazzle's the young lady.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe.
I'm sorry. I blush, actually. I'm sorry. No, but I'm not used to I'm not used to the kind of relationship that she and I have to have with Nick to foster bringing a child between us. And in trying to, she's been coming over on Thursday nights for family night and stuff like that so that we can all bond and get to know each other better. You know what I'm saying?
She nods.
I never pictured I had a very specific view on what I saw marriage being. And the inclusion of someone else being sexually with my spouse was not a part of that view. So there are things that Alyssa and Nick and I have to do that we're working on, that we're trying to feel out and kind of figure out so that the three of us can, he'll chew his lip for a minute, build that foundation, to bring that child into this world,
So the three of you can be happy.
So the three of us can be happy. And not make anyone in the relationship feel used or excluded or as though Nick and I that's my husband. Yeah, that's that's the love of my life, Kate.
She nods.
But that doesn't mean that I don't respect Alyssa as the woman who will be the mother of our children. And we don't plan on just the vulgarity of putting a baby in her and tossing her back out the door. If everything goes well, hopefully when the baby's born and I take over as den father, she'll be able to maybe even live with us. We're still feeling that out. I don't know yet.
Kate nods, like it's a Tuesday.
But what we have to do to make this relationship work, for us to build that foundation, to feel that none of us is being neglected or used, or that we're building that strong foundation, we're still feeling out. We don't have the answers yet. We don't know what's working best. So, we're trying out all these different ideas and kind of just feeling our way through it. And there's a part of me that's really uncomfortable with that.
She nods.
But I'm also taking faith in Alyssa and Nick.
If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you guys, I will. Just let me know.
I guess just give me a chance to. I need to feel like I can make mistakes or have room for error without it costing too much, without it ruining things or breaking apart our family, you know what I mean?
She frowns. I don't think you do. That's not how family works, at least not to my understanding.
I need to be clear, by the way, to assuage any fears you may have as a Philodox. And I need you to understand this. I need you to set aside father-daughter for a moment and more understand this is coming from packmate to pack Philodox. Okay, Kate?
She holds up her hand to stop him a little bit. I think you're taking my silence as that I don't understand. I understand perfectly well that you and Dazzles aren't going to go there. I trust you guys. I understand how this whole thing is going to work. I get it. I do. I'm not worried. I
Well,
trust you.
there is one thing that I think you should know about me.
She stops and listens.
As all. Do you remember how I said that you always have to keep the worst in mind?
She frowns.
I don't have
Prepare
the
for it?
ability. Exactly. I don't have the ability to have children. I am sterile.
Oh.
The steel line actually ends with me. So I have a bit of freedom to be a little less afraid of making mistakes in this.
She frowns again. And just her frown deepens. I don't understand what you're trying to say or not say.
What I'm trying to say is that I need you to trust me and know that everything I do is from a place of pure intention that has been seen by the elders. That nothing that's taking place between Alyssa, Nick, and I is done without care and consideration, with the Alpha herself knowing what's going on. And I don't know where things are going or what's going to happen or where is what and who and what's going on.
Jesse, I don't really understand. I thought it was simple. We well, you and Nick are having a child with Alyssa, and that fulfills a few things. And then you and Nick are getting married, and I don't understand what is so up in the air and complicated about that.
So I'll shrug.
She shrugs back.
What I'm saying is that if things get any more complicated than that, that I need to not feel like I could lose you.
Do you really feel like I would judge you so harshly that I would just leave?
I feel that you are one of the most important things in my life. And without you, it would make my life so less worth living.
I know how that feels.
I know that
I would never want to put you through that, ever.
because of you and Lefty, the subject is sensitive. And I know that if you felt anything were ever happening directly between Alyssa and I, that those wounds would come tearing right back open.
Is there? She just looks at him straight up.
Hold on, give me a minute. He's thinking. I gotta ask you a question.
Yep.
Really quickly, hold on. Oh no, I just had to ask you a question. He'll lick his lips. You remember when we had that fight? At Dazzle's house.
I do.
And you remember that I went outside to comfort her, came back inside. And Kyle said to me I didn't know how it felt, that I didn't know what it was like to love a garden, that pain, to watch the person you loved so far away from you. You remember that?
He'll nod.
That's a hell of a thing to say to me. I would have thought me walking outside would have been a bit of a clue.
Clue to.
The fact that I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her, Kate.
She sits in quiet for a while. And she looks at him. And she bites her lower lip. Just a little bit. Be careful, Mama. You were just telling me, just saying, in front of myself and Kyle, that this isn't a genetic thing. This is a curse. You need to be careful.
I know. And I have taken every precaution I can to not make the mistakes she's made in her past. To not rub his face. I love Nick very much. He's my husband. He's the man I want to spend my life with. He is. And I don't think anyone would ever question my love for him for one moment. But she is the mother of my child. And she and Nick cannot be together. They have literally no romantic feelings towards each other. So that's the dynamic of our relationship. She's with Nick as the mother of his children, as co-parents and partners for procreation. And she's with me as her romantic partner. And it is tearing me apart inside to tell you this. Because I'm so afraid.
It does seem like that last part that he said hurt her a little bit. She just winced a little bit.
He just starts crying. He basically just hugs himself and kind of drops his head and just starts crying. It's not that I'm ashamed or I'm afraid or anything like that. It's not that I don't feel like this could work out or anything. It's just I don't want to hurt you. I know what I said to you about Lefty. And I stand by that. I do. I know I said what I said to Kyle. I stand by it. You have to understand. I don't have that kind of a relationship with her. That things between us are controlled, that we temper ourselves, that I've taken painstaking.
That the two of you have not made it?
No. Nor will we ever. Again, I can't even bear children.
There's more to being mated to somebody than simply bearing children. And there's more to this curse than just procreation. I have questions. Questions that I'm going to need answered. But nothing can make me not love you. Nothing.
I just don't ever want you to not be proud of me or for you to be ashamed of me or angry. And I know you're going to. I know it. I know I'm going to do things to upset you. I know not everything's going to be perfect for you. And I know it. I know. It would just... You have to understand that I love you so much that if you said you have to end this with her, it would be done. Without question.
She frowns and just shakes her head, her eyes brimming with unshed tears. Why would I ever deny you that when I was denied it and I know what that feels like? Why would I do that to you?
He'll sniff softly and look at her.
I'm doing the best that I can. I get up every day. Every day he isn't here. I get up and I keep walking and I keep moving because if I stop, I won't get back up again. I don't want that for you or anybody ever.
I just don't want you to ever think that my feelings for her are vulgar or... To be honest, part of why I actually fell in love with her was because of you. I know that sounds stupid, and please don't get offended. I just the care and concern and love she showed you, just it made me realize if I ever did want a woman in my life, it was a woman like her. That's the woman I wanted to be the mother of my children, that I wanted to share my life with. Maybe not every day, maybe not fall asleep next to every night, maybe not. You know, I'm gay, Kate. You know the most fucked up part about that is I never really had a coming out. I never really had. I just realized it a couple months ago. I started realizing it, and it was when I came here and when I met Nick and when everything just started falling into place. I realized, no, no, brother, you're gay. That's why nothing's ever worked out with a woman. That's why you jumped, because you're in denial. Also, I come to terms with it. I'm okay, but I never had, the whole coming out and the celebration, the queer cake and all that. I don't even really feel like I'm that much a member of the LGBT community, to be honest. That being said, with a husband who works in it, and I love her so much, she literally supersedes that.
Jesse, the love that you and Death have for each other, it's a gift. Just take care of it while you have it.
Oh no. I just don't want to upset you. God, it would kill me to upset you. It would hurt so much, Kate. After everything you've been through, after everything we're building here, after everything, if I ever thought that I'd lose you or I'd destabilize your family life or run the risk of hurting what I've worked to give you, Kate, I would walk away from Nick for you. If I felt I needed to protect you or to give you a better life.
That's not anything I would ever want.
I know that. I just don't want you to feel in your own family like you're not a part of it. I don't want you to think that what's going on between Alyssa and I is something that is just done flippantly or without care or concern or the elders know about it. They're aware. They know what's going on between us. They're okay. We're not breaking any laws. We're not doing anything that hurts anybody or anything like that. We've and I'm doing that in part for you. I'm staying. Look, he'll cup her cheeks gently. No, I'm not the man. I'm not the type of man to do things slow or with care or I just jump. And I crash and see how I landed if I can get back up. And this situation is so delicate and so much hinges on it, and I'm taking such care in it. You see that, right?
Yes.
I just need to know you're okay. And you don't hate me or resent me or I'm not gonna lose you. You if you have to process this, or if it's a situation where you gotta come to terms with it, or if it's anything like that, I understand that. I've always given that to you. Always, 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 and I always will.
I love you. You're my dad. My father. And the father who didn't have to be.
I just didn't want to hold. I didn't want you not to know. I didn't want you to think that I would ever lie to you. I would ever keep anything from you.
I can't say that I don't still feel his absence every day, like stabbing pain in my heart, or that I don't see the possibilities that could have been everywhere, because I do. I see them every day, everywhere. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm excited or happy, because I don't know. But what I do know is that I want you to be happy. I want you to have what I couldn't. Because someone's got to experience that. If I can't have it, why not you? I'm not going to deny you your love or your happiness just because I don't have mine. I know right from wrong, and that's wrong.
I could say this to you every day, and the words would literally never lose their polish or wear down. If I had a fraction of a hand in what has made you into the woman you are today, then you are literally my greatest accomplishment. I poured so much of my love and hope and trust into you. Things that I knew I'd never have for myself. Dreams that I knew I'd never see. And I gave them to you. And I strengthened my heart, stood by you to give you that foundation I promised you when we first met. And if all of that, all of what I pulled together inside of myself to give to you, is even the shadow of the person I see in front of me right now, I don't think I will ever, in my blessed years, find a higher purpose than you, than to being a father to you, to giving you a stable home, to being a good husband to Nick, and a good father to the children we'll have, to Erica. As I said earlier, you were the flame that lit the fire that warms this house. I don't want you to ever not feel that for a moment. carefully, very gingerly wraps his arm around her shoulders again. And just holds her.
Yeah, she jumps a little bit, but settles and allows him to wrap her. And she, her arms raise up. She puts both of her palms on his back in sort of a half hug back.
You're going to look so beautiful on Friday. I won't even care if everybody's looking at you while you walk me down the aisle.
He nods. I have some news as well.
Oh yeah? He tilts his head.
When I make clear, I am taking Ein and Hicks as my kin folk. I'm clear.
He'll kind of tilt his head. Okay. That's great.
I'll tell Nick too. My wedding present to the both of you was taking you out there and introducing them to you. So that you can see the family that I grew up with.
I'm gonna love that. Tomorrow night's dinner is gonna be so nice. You get to meet your grandmother, hear stories about your father from her. He'll smile. Look, that was really scary for me. But I'm glad I told you. I'm glad we had this talk. I'm glad we were able to get it out of the way. Not even get out of the way to address it, that we could trust each other like that and just talk to each other. That means a lot to me, Kate.
I try every day to be worthy of the faith that you and Tassels and Lefty put in me.
I'm mad. I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you you're gardening. It's been on my heart for so long.
She wipes away a few tears. Sniffles a little. I respect that was hard.
Hold on.
I need to put these things away.
Do you want to ask questions? Do you need to ask anything right now? Or do you just need to talk later?
pauses and thinks about it. And it looks like she's considering things, just options. The questions that I have can be answered after the wedding. I don't want to let this take that over. Because this is yours and Nick's time. Whatever else is going on can wait. You will never get another chance at this, both of you. Well, at least that's what they say. Even though marriage...
You've been reading, got it. I'll nod.
She pauses, like, mid-semi-rant about technicalities.
It's called divorce, baby. It happens.
I will need my questions answered. But I am not so foolish as to put this extra stress on you now. Because ultimately, I love you. I'm not going anywhere.
When you're more ready, I wanted to have an idea I think you'd like, but it can be handled after the wedding too. I think we both need to.
It seems I will be taking my rite of passage while you and Nick are on your honeymoon.
Oh my. I'll bring you back all the souvenirs. And he'll nod.
She offers him just a small smile. Really as big a one as she can muster right now. Which I think, he'll forgive her for.
Mm-hmm. He will say, please tell me we're okay. I need to hear it. Maybe not great. Maybe not even good. But we're okay. Please.
We're okay.
Okay. Are you okay with...
Swallows and she gets this sort of emboldened, almost a confident look to her. We're okay.
I need to ask you a question before you... Are you okay with, Are you okay with Alyssa coming to dinner tomorrow night? While your grandmother's here? Do you want me to tell her to maybe he'll kind of point between you, Nick, him, like the bedroom, you, Nick, him, the guest room, her.
She looks down and says in just a very almost a tired voice, I would sooner cut my own arm off.
Then what?
Then hurt her like that, or hurt you by demanding out of some misplaced need to feel better about where I'm coming from or what I'm feeling.
He'll nod.
This is your family, our family. This is the way that you have chosen. This is what your heart and what Gaia has given. Who am I to stand and make demands?
You are the second beat of my heart. And I would literally listen to any demand you ever gave me. But you're a better person than that. And you don't control me like that. And for that, I will always trust you and love you. Hold on.
I need to get these things put away.
I need to take a walk. Okay. But yeah. I will see you tomorrow. I'll let you know when I'll come grab you when Nick's on his way home with Grandma, okay?
He nods. Okay.
If I don't see you again tonight, good night. Sweet dreams. Love you.
Love you.
And he'll nod and he'll walk outside. And he'll walk and he'll cry for a bit, kind of take a walk around a little bit. Just kind of looking at everything. And in the end, honestly, that he really just kind of feels better. And he feels glad that he opened up to her and that he had that.
He walks out of the door, and she starts to collect the bags of things, and she gets to the guitar and she touches it, and she just sinks back into the couch. Then she puts her head in her hands, and she just cries and cries and cries. She makes sure that he's far enough away that he wouldn't see. And eventually she just picks up her things and places them in their proper place in her room. Silent tears just sort of falling. And that's where we will end our scene.
Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching.